Well, greetings. This is the C-Suite Network Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. We are so thrilled you're here today and, of course, watching our replay on this very important topic about how to join the global revolution, how to think global, but also impact your life, your business, your world on a local basis. Really, really important topic today. And I know that it resonated with all of you. So thank you very much. Thanks for being here live and also for watching our recording. My name is Kathleen Caldwell. I'm founder of this very awesome council. We gather women coaches, consultants, trusted advisors, thought leaders, speakers, authors to come together in a community where we promote you, showcase you, and highlight you, give you a platform to rise and shine. And so I am all those things as well. And as I often say, my most important role to me is being ballroom dancing partner to my beloved husband, Michael. So big shout out there. Yes. And just a quick little recap. We are stepping up the pace when it comes to our programs in the C-Suite Network Women's Coaching and Consulting Council every Thursday, because our council is growing and we need to have more capacity to highlight our esteemed faculty members. So if you were here live, we had a great group for Susan K. Younger. She talked about how to cultivate compassionate connections with our clients, with our colleagues, with our business partners, and really with everyone in life. And it was an awesome program. Please watch the replay on our YouTube channel because we were such an engaged group. It was really great. Everyone left feeling more compassionate with action steps to take to bring more compassion into the world. It was great. And of course, the week before that, Cindy Watson, one of our esteemed faculty members as well. Another great program. I say that about all our programs, but if you've been here, you know I'm truthful on this. These are world-class speakers, world-class topics that help you move forward. And Cindy talked about how to scale up your coaching and consulting business. Cindy is doing a great job of modeling. She has a podcast, YouTube channel. She has TED Talks, books, courses, workbooks. She has the whole gamut. She scaled up her business in a beautiful, very successful way. And she started with one thing at a time. So be sure to watch that replay as well. Deb Creer came on and talked to us all about what's new and what's happening as a result of PodFest. She attended PodFest, and what are the new trends when it comes to podcasting? What do we need to know as a podcaster and also as a guest? Great ability to expand your brand if you are also a guest. And of course, Gloria St. Martin Lowry talked about how to unleash the power of corporate coaching and consulting by empowering your allies and your champions and your advocates. Whoa, really great program. And of course, we talked about 7-figure, how to build your business to 7-figure. Could be 6-figure, could be whatever you want to build your business with. And that could be, of course, 6-figure, 7-figure, monthly or yearly. You get to choose actual strategies that we have seen work and are working for us. And finally, Sonia Jante talked about how to make the right choices, take the right risks. She had an excellent assessment in her broadcast, so be sure to tune into our YouTube channel for that. And Christina DiGiacomo, all things AI. Christina is an expert. She's certified in AI technology. She talked about how to supercharge your speaking, because we had a whole week-long program about speaking and how to advance your business and your life by getting on the platform. So again, we've had so many great programs. Check out our YouTube channel. And to pause for a moment, this word GLOCAL, so important. And GLOCAL is, of course, as you know, is a portmanteau. It's a combination of two words together. And it's a combination. GLOCAL is a combination word. It's a great, beautiful word of global and local. And you've probably seen that it's a combination of think globally and act and impact locally. Okay. So we live in a global world, of course, but we live day to day in our local worlds. And for many of us, we love to make a difference on a local basis, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But yet at the same time, the globe, the world is calling us forward. And so thinking about really what would be your why? Why would you want to do this? And there are so many global and, of course, local opportunities for you as a coach consultant. And you can see by my little picture here that it all comes down to people, human beings, colleagues, clients, friends, family. I think of my clients around the world and I think of them, their extended family to me. And to me and me to them as well. But you can see there's a little picture here that everybody's language, everybody's localism comes into play. And so, with this whole mindset of what does it mean to be? What does your coaching mean? What does your consulting mean to people on a very local basis, no matter where they are? Okay. And you can see got so many different sentences in here transcribed and translated because oftentimes when having a global business, we need to think about what's the kind of local translation of what we're saying and what we're expressing, but also what is the global translation of it. Okay. So it's this beautiful way for you as a coach consultant to switch up your marketing plan, think bigger, and also, very importantly, think about why this is important to you. And, I think that if anything in the, kind of as a what's happening now in the United States of America, we've got elections coming up. We're in primaries. We've got, an election season. We also have, like in the world, a turbulent economy. We just have heard in the last couple of weeks that TikTok may be banned. There may be high restrictions on TikTok and social media. And I know several women who do a lot of business, do a lot of their marketing through TikTok. Well, if your business is only, your way to express your message is only on one platform, no matter what that is, if it's only on LinkedIn, if it's only on Facebook, if it's only on TikTok, if it's only through print media, you are putting your business at risk. Okay. So, globalization of your business, having a diversified approach is absolutely critical. And, with it's oftentimes called as our portfolio, our financial portfolio, to have a mix of regional, local, national, and then, of course, global stocks is the best way to go. The same with you and your coaching business. Okay. So, so when it comes to diversification, thinking about, what's this mix? Who it's a way to reflect who you are, what you do, and what and whom you do it for. Okay. And I have to say, I have always had a global mindset. When I was 14 years old, I went on a trip, I was in an orchestra, played my flute all throughout Europe. So at age 14, I went to 11 different countries and it sparked my interest in global travel and, globalization. And so that really got things going. And so I have a degree in international affairs and, it informs everything that I do. While at the same time, I live right now in a small town of 25,000 people. So, if I were just dependent on my local business, it wouldn't be as rich of an experience for me as when I've got local and also global opportunities. Okay. So, you can, this is an opportunity for you to diversify what you're doing, and it makes a lot of business smarts for all of us. And so, moving forward, global and local opportunities are really all around us. And just kind of from a tactical perspective, you get to, when you have a global business, you get to project a global image and a brand. You get to think bigger, act bigger, do more things with more partnerships and alliances and groups and associations on a global basis. So thinking about how would you also adjust your PR, your events, your content, and your thinking I'm all the time thinking about, okay, my clients that are in Ireland, what am I doing to promote and showcase them? We've got events coming up. What am I doing to move myself to Ireland? And then while I'm in Ireland, what can I also do to be promoting my colleagues and the work that I'm doing in England and all throughout Europe? And then, of course, Latin America. What is happening with my business and your business? And do I need to have the localization of my business, such as documents and programs and services? You don't need to do it overnight, but do they need to be translated into another language? I was shocked on a business trip to Ireland when part of the program had a person who was conducting part of the program in Gaelic. And it was absolutely gorgeous to have English and also Gaelic as part of the program, because that was part of a localism that was so important to bring in the history, bring in the local finesse and importance. It was just gorgeous. I will sadly say I did not know anything that my colleague was saying, but it lifted my heart and it lifted the hearts of everyone in the audience. Okay, so be sensitive to what is their localization in the work we're doing. And so projecting a global image, thinking bigger. If you're working obviously in corporate coaching, who are the companies that may be local but have a global impact? Companies are also doing this for themselves. This is not new. They're working to have a global presence. So maybe they have manufacturing plants in another country. They have sales organizations. Maybe they have partnerships in global locations. And for you as a coach consultant, it's highly joyous for you to be working with the home office, the headquarters that could be local or regional to you, and at the same time, then be working with their local and their global entities. Really exciting opportunity. So when you're thinking about obviously regionally and nationally, I think, and these are generalizations really for all of these, but I'm also mindful of what are the local issues, the traditions, and the current zeitgeist. What's on their mind? What's the current mood of what's happening, not only globally, but also regionally and nationally? So being really up to date on what's happening in not only the global scene, and of course, reading your publications, keeping in touch, joining associations and organizations, being part of the Women's Coaching and Consulting Council, we talk about these things, and of course, in greater depth in many of our programs. But kind of understanding what's happening, getting the mood of what's happening when you have a local kind of business. And of course, always, I believe, engaging and impacting locally. So we get to bring that global mindset, the global relationships, the global point of view back to our local area where we live day to day. So that can translate into projects, programs, local causes. And so it's, from a business perspective, this is not only smart business wise, because you get to diversify what you're doing, but it's also so much more fun because guess what? We get to travel internationally and have it be part of our business and have it be part of our business write-offs and our business, just our expression of who we are as business people. So with that, of course, thinking about, this whole idea of, with all the mindset, this global acronym, which is PEST, P-E-S-T, when we're coming up with a global business, thinking about, first of all, what are the political ramifications of what we're doing? In every country, in every region in the United States and the world, we've got political things that are happening. And so being really sensitive to how your coaching and consulting is impacted by the political mood and the fact that you're impacting the political mood as well. Okay, so thinking about this acronym PEST, political, also economic. Economic conditions are very important when you're creating a local business. Thinking about the the currency situation. If you have a program, product, or services that you're thinking about in US dollars, but as a global business, you have people that want to pay you in their local currency, particularly if the currency is more favorable to them versus the US dollar. So some things to think about is how, will you, if the currency exchange is not so favorable, it could be a negative impact to them joining your programs and buying your products and services. So thinking about what is the economic impact of your global business, okay? And adjusting your fees, adjusting the investment, and getting kind of on the ground data about what's happening with the economy with your global clients. And of course, the social issues, again, with our acronym PEST, the political, the economic, and the social issues, what's going on in the local area in your global business that could be impacting your coaching and consulting business. What's happening in the zeitgeist? What's happening with their mood, the mindset? Are there certain trends you need to know about? So connecting into the economic development organizations in the countries that you'd like to work with, getting the feet on the ground, so to speak, the listening to the ground, what's the ear to what's happening with the social issues. And so being really mindful of how you localize your global business. Okay. Partners can be very helpful with that. Clients, of course, are very, very helpful with that. And then finally, in this acronym PEST, being aware so you're not caught off guard is what are the technological issues that you need to be aware of. With many clients in different parts of the world, their internet is not very reliable, kind of sketchy. And so, is the grid going to support you in having business in a particular region? Are you going to be able to reliably connect with clients in certain parts of the world? And of course, the time zone, obviously, the technological parts of the time zone. If you're doing programs at a certain time of the day in the US, but yet it's the middle of the night for your clients in different parts of the world, that will be really difficult when it comes to a long-term business strategy. So remaining flexible, remaining in tune, listening, asking questions. And again, you don't have to have it all figured out tomorrow, but these are things to be thinking about when it comes to building a global business. Okay. And what I love about having a global mindset and business strategy is that you get to do things on a local level. And I love that so much because I was going back through my notes and I did a global economic event and a manufacturing matchmaking because in my county outside of Chicago, we are a very heavy manufacturing county. We have a lot of manufacturers. And so I came up with this idea of a program, and this was global. This was good golly, like 10 years ago, and partnering with the economic development corporations in your area, the chambers of commerce, the key publications, the key players, key people to be able to part with them, bringing in speakers from your local area. This raises your visibility and raises your value in the marketplace on a local level. So swinging out there, doing something, think about global and how can you bring people together that are doing the same things that you are from a client base. And I have to tell you, this particular event changed my business overnight. Okay. And then of course, making an impact locally, my husband and I have created a family legacy scholarship fund. And so we get to, no matter where we are in the world, we get to be able to make an impact locally where my husband grew up. And so we have a scholarship fund and we get this great joy to pick out students, choose students that apply for this beautiful scholarship and be able to continue our legacy of paying it forward. And so these are things that you get to do. You get to really dig into your local economy, know people, make a difference, really feel the enrichment of really having a local presence and have it be really meaningful, but at the same time, scale and move at the same time beyond your local area. Okay. And so, just curious, what are your biggest takeaways from our brief time together? And of course, we always love to think about what are some next steps? What is it that you'd like to do as a next step? And Sarah, I'm going to just pause for a moment and jump in and say, what are some of your biggest takeaways?
Well, I thought it was excellent reminder of how we have to have two hats on all the time. The entrepreneurial adventure really sucks you down the rabbit hole very quickly for whatever task you're doing, And we often try to move forward by pursuing different activities in two different tracks. We have this level of activity and that level of activity. And the integration part is really the most difficult, I think, to try and keep two different audiences in your head at the same time. But that's really where the value of GLOCAL comes together. So to be able to speak locally to say, in my experience working with companies in this part of the country or this part of the world, et cetera, that helps people understand your perspective a little bit more. And so I thought it was a great reminder of, oh yeah, I have to get beyond the one particular audience or activity that I'm working on at the moment and think beyond that. So that's my takeaway. And it is the best of both worlds to be able to have the global perspective stretch you and the local perspective focus you. So I've written several notes in how to do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you bring this beautiful perspective to our broadcast today. So thank you
Oh,
very much.
excellent.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
pleasure.
Thank you. Yes. And I think also for us as way showers, as coaches and consultants, to really encourage, it's important to me too, to encourage the clients that we have to have the same kind of mindset as well. And so be able to then go in and encourage everyone to, wherever they are in their career path, where they just graduated from college, they're on their way with their first job, they're in their careers, to really have a bigger perspective. Because when they bring that perspective and they bring the best practices to their current employer or to their current uh, economic development chamber, whatever it is, bringing that global view is nothing but a plus. So having that
Yep.
mindset early on is really important.
Yep. I would totally agree. We still are so focused on our differences, meaning, oh, I'm the only one impacted by that. Oh, this is my story. Oh. And to be able to normalize that for people, I think reduces the barrier of resistance, of fear, of insecurity to say, hey, guess who I just talked
Yes.
to in what part of the world? And they've got the same problem. And here's how they overcame it. I think that really opens doors for people.
Oh, what a another great point. Thank you so much. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
And I think that we find that we have more in common than we imagine. And so bringing the richness of who we are and
Yep.
combining that with the richness of who they are, it really does become a bigger type of opportunity. So yeah.
Absolutely. We can show up so much bigger when we bring all of those perspectives into the room with us rather than just what's in front of us in any given moment in our local economy.
Yes. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So good. So we'll complete our program. And I always love to just have everyone just take a little pause after our time together on the broadcast to just take a moment, think about what is your biggest takeaway. And of course, what's your next step? We always, in our C Suite network, women's coaching and consulting, we're all about taking action. So thank you, thank you. And so And we also have another major philosophy, which is always have awesome things to invite people to. So we have an invitation kind of strategy where we love to invite our colleagues to come to different events. And so, and it makes a great business strategy too, because having events, having a variety, a diversification of things with your business makes great sense. And you get to express who you are as a coach consultant to a greater audience. And so every Saturday, we have our C Suite Network Saturday morning women's success circle. Oh my goodness. I think we're now on 97 97 consecutive Saturdays, born out of flipping through three newspapers and saying, what's happening in the world? It's kind of crazy. What can I do? What can I do? And of course, always, what can you do to make the world a better place? And so we have a different topic every Saturday. It's merely 27 minutes because the number 27 means new beginnings. And so we have a topic, great discussion. We don't record any of the calls because they're just in time and they're private and confidential. It's like sisters sitting around having a cup of coffee, talking about what's real. And so, really great. We'd love to have you attend and join. And of course, we are in just a couple weeks inviting our chairman, Jeffrey Hazlett, former chief marketing officer of Kodak Corporation and so many different corporations, to come in and have a kind of an inner secrets fireside chat to talk to us about what do we need to do to sharpen our strategic edge when it comes to being a coach consultant, how to really get into our large corporate accounts that we want to, how to understand the decision-making process, how to build our brand, how to really step up our stature as a coach consultant. And this is from a male perspective, and he's going to tell it straight. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait for that. And that feel free, jump in and register for that program. And of course, our esteemed faculty members. We meet once a month on the fourth Thursday of every month, and we give updates, promote and showcase each other. So when you're an esteemed faculty member of our council, you get once a month to come be part of our very, very quick. Again, that's another 27 minutes. We get in, we get out, and it's a great, great time. So I think as we complete our time, that the real secret is all of us being powerful together, and the combination of us, you, me, and us, the combination of we all working together is incredibly powerful. We make a big difference. So we invite you to check out the C-Suite Network Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. We want to promote you, showcase, highlight you, give you a platform to rise and shine, because if you're one of the millions of coaches out there, you know how difficult it is to do it on your own. So join our sisterhood. We are locking arms together. We've got a fabulous new YouTube channel. Check out our YouTube channel and you can see all of the broadcasts. I think we're up to about 144 different broadcasts. And we feature our esteemed faculty members and give you a beautiful platform. So we invite you to join us. It's so easy to have the conversation. Just jump on Calendly. My name is Kathleen Caldwell. It's all one word. Schedule a time. We can talk. We can talk about what are your goals for your business and how our council can support you to get there. So with that, thank you very much. So grateful that you're here today and to really talk about a very important topic about how to get global. Okay. So with that, bye for now. Thanks again. Let's get global, sisters, and global. Bye-bye. Thank you.